Shirabu sighed and checked his creation in the mirror. He had to admit that, under the correct light, the bruises he created on his jaw and cheek looked really convincing. Despite his distaste to do the prank, he could at least be proud of his makeup applying skills. In the end, he didn't help Sumi with his so many times for nothing. He bit his lip thinking about Sumi and the darkening circles under his eyes. The man was obviously overworking himself, but still refused to acknowledge it, no matter how many times Shirabu told him to slow down. He would be lying if he said he wasn't worried about his boyfriend. But beside forcing him to relax sometimes and making sure he ate enough, he couldn't do much. Just watch and hope Sumi wasn't going to reach his limit. He glanced at the makeup removing tissues, his hands itching to just wash all the makeup off and go on with their normal day. He clenched his hands and pulled a hoodie, Sumi's hoodie, over his head. Before he left the bathroom, however, he stuffed some of the tissues into his pocket, just in case Sumi freaked out. There were two ways he could do the prank. Either he could go out and wait until Sumi came home and act as if he just got beaten up, or he could stay at home and pretend to hide the bruises from him with the hoodie. He decided for the second option, mainly because he was too lazy to go out that day, and also because he hoped it wouldn't be such a shock for Sumi. He pulled the hood deep into his face when he heard the main door opening and hesitantly peeked out of the room. Ada? Yeah. Oh, welcome home. He heard Sumi's light footsteps tapping on the wooden floor in their living room. Are you busy? Where's my welcome kiss? Shirabu bit his lip. He could hear the little pout in Sumi's voice, but there was also that subtle undertone he heard when he did the "You don't deserve me" challenge, and Sumi broke down in his half-drunken state. Shirabu hated that tone. He ran out of the bedroom and jumped into Sumi's arms, kissing him. I'm sorry, Eita. I just needed to finish something. Sumi hugged him tight and nuzzled his nose into the crook of his neck. It's fine. You are here now. He furrowed his brow. What's with the hoodie? Isn't it one of mine? I was cold. And I missed you today. Just today? Especially today. Sumi chuckled and set Shirabu on the ground. You'd think I came home early today then. You can keep it. You look better in it than me anyway. But you can take this off now, you know? He reached for the hood to take it off Shirabu's head. Shirabu pulled away, securing the hood in place. But I'm still cold. Sumi raised his eyebrow. I know you get cold easily, but it's not that bad, is it? I can turn on the heating if you want. No, it's fine. I can be like this, I don't mind. But I can't see your face like this. Just pull off the hood, you can keep the hoodie on. But I like to be huddled in it. Don't pull off the hood, don't pull off the hood. Sumi's face fell. Genji, is something wrong? No? Genji, seriously, nothing is wrong. I'll be right back, okay? He headed for the bathroom to wash off the makeup. It's not worth it, fuck the prank. But before he made a single step, Sumi grabbed him by his waist and turned him so they were face to face. Kenjiro, proof. But I told you already. Yeah, but we both know it's not true, right? Why do you have that hood on inside the apartment? Eita, please, just let me go to the bathroom and... Why don't you want to tell me? Shirabu's chest squeezed with guilt. Because you'll freak out for no reason. I promise nothing is wrong, just let me... Sumi's expression shifted into fully concern. Before Shirabu could stop him, he pulled the hood off his head, revealing the bruises. He opened his mouth a few times without any words coming out, and Shirabu cringed inwardly. It's not what it looks like, I can explain... Who did this to you? No one. Semi squeezed his arms, his fingers digging deep into Shirabu's biceps. Who did this to you? Ow! Eita, you hold too tight. Semi froze, his eyes widening. He immediately let go. I'm sorry, I didn't want to hurt you more. You didn't, and I'm not hurt, I swear. But it's just makeup, see? He took out the tissues and wiped off the bruise under his eye. It's nothing. It was a stupid prank. I wanted to end it early because I didn't want to stress you out. Which didn't quite work out. I'm sorry, love. Sammy let out a shaky breath. It's okay. I'm just glad it wasn't real. I don't know what I would do if someone hurt you like that. Knowing you would run out like a dumbass and try to even the score. And I would die of fear about you. Sammy kissed his forehead, smearing the fake bruise on his cheek. Good thing I didn't then, right? But please, promise me you won't do a prank like this again. I was really worried. Shirabu hugged him, hiding his face in his shoulder. I won't, I promise. The biggest problem Genji was now facing was how good the prank was. He was looking forward to doing it, but the more he thought about it, the more nervous about the whole prank thing he got. Not that he was worried Aona would get angry at him. His boyfriend might look intimidating, but he was the sweetest person imaginable, and the only time he was a bit annoyed with Kenji was back then when Kenji found out about his phobia. But even then, it was only because he was worried. And that was the issue. He was well aware Aona got really protective of him ever since high school, and got into his mother hen mode even when Kenji cut his finger while cooking. He couldn't imagine what would Aona do if he pretended to be severely wounded or if he faked a call from the hospital. Still, he liked to be pampered by Aona from time to time, and this prank was ideal for initiating that. He wouldn't have to do anything harsh. There was no need to go to extremes after all. He could just pretend to have a headache and it would be enough to make Aona go into his caring mode. But where was the fun in that? Decided on what he's going to get hurt with, he started to clean away all breakable things from his vicinity. He didn't want to get hurt for real after all. Genji? He startled, almost dropping the ball he was holding. For someone his size, Aona was able to move surprisingly quiet, causing Kenji small heart attacks on more than one occasion. Don't sneak up on me like this, please. Aona gave him an apologetic look. I'm sorry. Do you know where my mug is? Which one? The turtle one. Kenji smiled lightly. He gave that mug to Aona for their first anniversary. It had several cute turtles painted on it, so of course he had to get it for him, known turtle lover. Aona seemed ecstatic, and the mug instantly became his favorite. I think I've seen it in the sink recently, but I don't know if it wasn't like 3 days ago. Aona nodded and headed to the kitchen. Kenji let out a relieved sigh and put away the rest of the things that could potentially hurt him for real if he hid them. Alright, now the prank. Nobu? Can you please come here? He sat on the couch, clutching his stomach. He just hoped Aona wouldn't think too hard about his horrible acting. What's wrong? Kenji took a deep breath. It's okay. I just felt really sick for a moment. It's fine now. Aona furrowed his brow. You don't seem fine. You should lie down if you are sick. Kenji forced a smile. It's okay, really. He stopped in half of the sentence and let his body weigh him over and forward. He hit the ground with a soft thud, wincing a little when his shoulder hit the floor, and stayed without a movement. Kenji! Aone was by his side in a second, large hand gently cupping his face. He heard Aone's quiet murmuring, an unmistakable sign his mind was racing. Can you hear me? Alright, should I move you? You couldn't hurt your spine, right? It wasn't a big fall. But still. Kenji had to stifle a smile making its way to his face. It was kinda adorable hearing Aone talking to himself. I guess I'll wait until you wake up. Aone moved him into a recovery position and sat to his side, waiting. Kenji counted seconds in his head, worried he could fall asleep if he laid there for too long. He slowly cracked his eyes open when he got to 100 and looked around confused. Nobu? Aone visibly perked up and leaned above him with a concerned expression. Are you okay? Yeah, I just... Well, I got a bit dizzy and it stopped. Aone helped him sit up. Are you hurt? I don't think so. The carpet cushioned it. Aone let out a relieved breath. Still, we should get you to hospital. Oh no, just don't call ambulance. That's not necessary. I'm fine, really. Better safe than sorry. He got up and reached for his phone. Kenji quickly stood up, his head spinning a bit for real, and caught his wrist. I'm serious, Nobu. I'm fine. Kenji. I swear I am. You'll waste time. It was just a prank. He could feel the shift in Aone's shoulders. Prank? Kenji let go and backed away a step. Yeah? To pretend to get hurt? You didn't faint for real? No. I'm fine. Aone frowned and walked back to the kitchen without another word, not sparing Kenji a single look. Kenji's heart dropped. Did I fuck up? Nobu? No answer. He went after his boyfriend, finding him rummaging around the cupboards. He didn't seem to acknowledge Kenji being there too. Nobu, are you mad? No answer. Nobu. Aone shut the cupboard with more force than necessary, and Kenji flinched. Do you need to make sure I care about you? No, that's not why I did it. I just thought it could be a nice prank to do. Aone smashed close another drawer. Okay, maybe not nice, but interesting. I don't doubt you care about me, I swear, I wanted to see your reaction, that's all. I didn't mean it in a bad way, I'm sorry I made you upset. Aone paused and sighed. You've seen me care about you before. Why do you have to fake being hurt? Because you might stop caring soon. I'm sorry. Aone turned to face him, giving him a stern look. I was worried, Kenji. I'm sorry. I promise I won't do it again, just don't be upset. Please. I'm not. Just disappointed. That's even worse. Just give me a while to process it. Kenji's chest tightened. Okay. I'll go feed the birds. They seem hungry today. Aone just hummed and turned back to whatever he was doing. Kenji grabbed the bag with seeds and quietly closed the garden door behind him. He slowly filled the feeder, spilling half of the bag on the ground. Useless. Utterly useless and a bad person. That's what you are. Hayato was always all in for good pranks, ever since high school when he often joined Tendo in pranking their teammates. Besides, he still had to get back at Taichi for ruining the last challenge for him. Not that he held some grudge, not at all. He couldn't be angry at Taichi, under any circumstances. He was whipped for the tall redhead, and he wasn't ashamed to admit it. But that didn't mean he didn't want to have some fun with the prank. He talked with Shirabu earlier, who said he was going to pretend he got beat up. Hayato liked that idea. If anything could get Taichi into his protective mode, it was him getting hurt by someone else. He checked his face in his phone. He was just running home from his friends, who, coincidentally, was a makeup artist. She did a great job. Even Hayato, whose body was usually covered in bruises and scrapes from diving for the ball, couldn't tell the difference from real bruises. He pulled the hood of his jacket deep into his face and skipped towards their home. He carefully opened the main door, trying to act as suspicious as possible, knowing well Taichi was already home. Haya? Hayato startled. Oh, hi. I didn't know you are here. Taichi looked up at him from the couch and furrowed his brow. I told you I have a free evening today. Hayato inwardly rubbed his hands together. The situation almost mirrored the day when Taichi did the "You don't deserve me" challenge on him. This couldn't go any better. Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, I forgot. I'm going to take a shower. The practice was hell today. Taichi's frown deepened. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Are you sure? And what's with the hood? You've never worn one inside. I'm just a bit cold, that's all. Taichi closed the magazine he was reading and stood up, catching Hayato's shoulders. What's wrong? You're basically a human furnace. You never get cold unless you are sick. Hayato's heart fluttered. It felt nice to be known like this. He removed Taichi's hands from his shoulders. I'm fine, really. I'll just get the shower and I'll be right here with you, okay? Before he made a single step, Taichi reached out and pulled the hood off his head. They both froze. Haya? It's not as bad as it looks. Taichi gently cupped his face, careful around the bruises. Who did this to you? No one? Who was it? Your teammates? The same ones like the last time? I thought I said it clear enough they should keep their distance from you. Oh shit. Wait, no, it's really nothing. Taichi clenched his jaw. Don't protect them if they hurt you. I'm gonna have to have another word with them, it seems. He let go of Hayato and went to grab the keys. Where are you going? Talk. No one is going to hurt you and get away with it. No one. Oh, shit. Wait, Tai, don't go anywhere. It's really not how it looks like. He grabbed Taichi's wrist to stop him from marching out of the door. It was not going to end well if he let him go out. Please calm down. It's just a prank. No one hurt me. Taichi freed his hand from Hayato's grasp. Did they tell you to say that? No. I swear it's just makeup. Look. He smeared the bruise on his jaw. See? It's fine. It's just a prank. Taichi stopped dead in his tracks and slowly put the keys back on the counter. Hayato cringed inwardly. I'm sorry, Tai. I just wanted to see your reaction. I didn't expect you to go so. Why? Hayato paused. Taichi's voice may sound calm, but there was a slight tremble in it he didn't like in the slightest. As if there was a big storm coming, and Hayato was the one who was going to get hit by it. I told you, because I wanted to see your reaction. Why like that? Hayato flinched. I thought it was good. Why getting beaten up? Why couldn't you just pretend to fall or something? Why does it matter? Taichi chuckled in disbelief without a trace of humor in it. Do you know how it feels? When your boyfriend comes home all bruised? I was worried, Hayato! Hayato backed away a few steps, taken aback by the outburst. Taichi's face scrunched with emotions Hayato had never seen on his face before. He stormed around him, not sparing him another glance. Die, please. I'm sorry, I didn't. Don't talk to me unless you are hurt for real. He slammed the office door into Hayato's face. The libero reached for the door, only to notice how much his hands were shaking. Seeing Taichi like this shook with him as well, especially since Taichi never raised his voice. He sighed and rubbed his eyes. Shit indeed. Iwaizumi sighed, deep in thoughts about the prank. He needed a good idea to get back at Oikawa for the last one, even though it actually quite helped him. The only good thing about his exams was that they were over. Oikawa was right in the end. He managed to ace them and should probably thank him for making him rest. After the prank. Because if Oikawa was having fun with his challenges, he was going to have fun with his prank. And considering Oikawa's house had a conveniently placed staircase, he knew exactly what he was going to do. He just had to think of a way how to inconspicuously throw something down the stairs so Oikawa wouldn't catch wind of what he was doing. It had to be heavy enough to make enough noise and not breakable. I don't think he has something like that here. Guess I'll have to improvise with that and use myself. He decided to start immediately, taking advantage of Oikawa being upstairs trying to make his PC work, so he couldn't see what Iwaizumi was preparing. Hajime? Can you come here and help me? It's not working. Iwaizumi rolled his eyes and went upstairs, finding Oikawa in the spare room frowning at his computer like it was the source of all his life suffering. And knowing Oikawa, it probably was at that moment. Did you try to reset it? I'm not dumb, of course I did. I even unplugged it and plugged it in again. It didn't help. Iwaizumi sighed. Maybe you could call someone who understands computers. I'm no IT guy, and you certainly aren't either. Oikawa huffed and threw a hurt look at Iwaizumi before sighing in defeat. But these guys are so expensive. They charge you just for arriving here. Well, I mean, it's a job. Yeah, but you also don't get paid for driving to work. Whatever, I'll go call someone. What about you prepare us something to eat? What am I, your personal servant? Oikawa grinned innocently. Of course not, dear. And it's not just for me, it's for us. I really have to deal with this, I need that PC. And all this mental work is making me hungry. He made his best puppy eyes. Please, Hajime, my dear, love of my life, can you make a lunch for us? Fine. How exactly do you survive here on your own? I suffer every day you aren't with me. Iwaizumi grumbled, but secretly his heart melted. It was nice to hear something like that from time to time. Because even though Oikawa was the drama queen he was, Iwaizumi knew he meant it. He gave Oikawa a short kiss on his cheek and headed for the stairs. He waited until he heard Oikawa getting on the phone before he set his plan in motion. Alright, now. He walked to the middle of the stairs before he let out a loud yelp and stomped as loud as possible to the bottom, hitting the small cupboard in the process, and lay down on the ground, staying completely still. I hope this was enough. Hajime? What was that? Hajime? Wait a minute, please, I'll be right back with you. Hajime? He could hear Oikawa coming to the stairs and held his breath. Hajime? What are you... Hajime? I guess it was enough. Oikawa ran down the stairs, so fast Iwaizumi got worried for a moment he could fall for a reel. Soon, careful hands were shaking with him lightly, trying to wake him up. Come on, Hajime, can you hear me? Did you hit your head? What am I supposed to do with you now? Do I move you? No, rather not. You could have a hurt spine, right? But I can't leave you lying here. Okay. I guess I'll wait? Yeah, that would work. And then you can tell me what hurts. He felt cold, slightly trembling fingers on the side of his throat. Okay, heart's beating. That's good, that's good. And breathing works too. It will be fine, right? Iwaizumi had to bite his tongue not to smile. He felt a bit bad for making Oikawa panic like this, but on the other hand, he was really proud of his acting skills. He didn't expect it to go so well. Why do you always have to be so clumsy, Hajime? I don't know what to do with you. Clumsy? How dare you? I'm not clumsy. Oikawa screeched and jumped back. Iwaizumi snorted and sat up, leaning on the cupboard. Wait, how... what... Huh? Calm down, I'm fine. I got you though. Got... me? What is this about? You... I thought you fell and hurt your head or something. What can I say? I'm a good actor, apparently. It was a prank, to pretend to get hurt. He could see the realization slowly coming to Oikawa's eyes, along with something else he wasn't sure he liked. Toru? Are you... Oikawa's face scrunched in fury. Seriously, Hajime? Seriously? What is wrong with you? Iwaizumi furrowed his brow. With me? Yes! Why do you always do pranks like that? Was that drowning not enough for you? You needed to scare me more? You are the one to talk. You made me think you are breaking up with me. Twice. Just like that. And both of those were your ideas. Don't you think I don't know about it? That's not the same. I was fucking worried, Hajime. Do you know what it feels like to see you under the stairs not moving? Do you? It's fucking terrifying. He smacked Iwaizumi's hand away when he tried to stop him from walking away. Don't expect me to help you if you get hurt for real. With that, he stormed upstairs and slammed the door behind him. Iwaizumi sighed, not sure if he should be angry or worried. He decided for the latter, since it was partially his fault, they argued. Well, I guess it's now time to come up with some way to apologize.